reach Underground Epics Publishing and undergroundepics.com.
To review your messages, press 1. March 19th, 2:38 p.m.
Hi, this is George and me. This message is for Aqiyl. Aqiyl, you are the man. You are the shit. I'm loving this damn CD so much. Me and my man been playing it since Friday. I started to call you Friday night, but I knew it was just going to be too late. I mean, I'm just leaving the message to let you know. You got down, shout. I'm so proud of you.
Second, saved message, March 16th, 8:01 a.m.
Yo, Aqiyl, this is Marani, man. Yo, that CD I got from you, man. Your CD is cold, dog. It's cold. But you already knew that. Well, anyway, much continued love and success and blessings on your present and future ventures, man.
There are no more messages in your mailbox.
What you running for?
My life, my life.
What you rhyming for?
My life, my life.
What you writing for?
My life, my life. My life, my life. My life has been transmitted onto a file on someone's hard drive. But I drive off into the land of cyberspace with my little space called ghetto space with little ghetto bytes and Hoodle and Pentium chips. Driving around in Lexus modems. They throw garbage down the walls of 400-story tenements with Sankofa birds swooping it all up and dumping it into a depository for idiots called the recycle bin. And little red nines trying to spell check my molecular structure so I can even spell my own self the way my mother told me to. So I backspace keys that write in hieroglyphics with function keys that send me straight into a book of Songhai chemists. Double space my metaphors, treat my similes like whores, and become the pimp of my own vocab. Pimping slang as I slang alphabetic crack rocks outside of bookstores that won't let me in unless I got $10 to have sex with the microphone. Look, she's open, but they got digital vaginas snapping pictures of me as I read what they thought was poetry.
What the?
I tried to tell them, this ain't what you call poetry. You can't backspace and censor me on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of dried up wet dreams. Those fiends will smoke me way before you lock me up into your digital Rolodex. Or I'll cut the SEX off of your computer keys just so you can't have sex. And or transmit viruses onto my hard drive because you ain't really hard. Nah, you ain't really hard.
What you running for?
My life, my life.
What you rhyming for?
My life, my life.
What you writing for?
My life, my life. My life, my life. I'm flipping through the incandescent pages of the ISIS papers. Compliments of the Honorable Francis Cress Welsing. While in the background, the old grandmama beats kick in. Compliments of the late Otis Redding. Then I begin to write. Spoken words are my life. Written all over the heading. I navigate through misconceptions of those who perceive my life and the way it used to be. My verbs used to be. Now they contain thugs and hoodies who be bucking shots at run-on sentences while kidnapping adverbs and pronouns and leaving the whole alphabet up for ransom. My computer keys sound just like drive-by shots. Automobiles swerve as hard drivers take virtual vodka shots. I just wanna backspace into another reality. The arrow keys somewhat give me flexibility to maneuver from north, south, east, but the sun doesn't rise on the west. So I'm the great-grandson of purified corruption turned into sizzling H2O that burns demons in hell's fire. Psst, you demons can't mess with me, but you can call me sire.
What you running for?
My life, my life.
What you rhyming for?
My life, my life.
What you writing for?
My life, my life. My life, my life.
What you running for?
My life, my life.
What you rhyming for?
My life, my life.
What you writing for?
My life, my life. My life, my life.
What you running for?
My life, my life.
What you rhyming for?
My life, my life.
What you writing for?
My life, my life. My life, my life. It was the love of being in love that she fell in love with. Took 2 puffs and asked me if I wanted to hit it. I would love to. Float love 1,000 miles above you. Play hide and go seek with it. Keep my eyes open so they can't say that I sleep with it. 12 a.m. then shh, creep with it. Who, me? No, not me. I didn't do it. Park in a no parking zone just so you get booted. You boot me, then I'll boot you. And we'll be knocking boots while watching roots.
Stop it.
I grow like the olive tree. Rearrange my seconds so that my minutes keep counting on me. Hours keep pounding on me. My days keep counting on you. I'm counting on you to teach me the meaning of the winds. Rock your shell toes and knock me off of my Timbs. Remove my clothing, then ascend into the aftermath. Matter just can't contain me.
Why are you always late?
This is no matter of time. She pimp slapped adverbs just so she could rhyme. Stole 10 penny loafers just so she could be a dime. Rocked the mic in 25 seconds and charged the phone call on time. She was on incandescent time. Kept calling me son. Her moon reflects my insecurities. We swim in oceans that mirror the molecular structures of my dreams. But love caught me sleeping, thinking about the moon, but I was daydreaming. The night was asleep, but what was the daydreaming? Must have been one of those wet dreams, because I'm seeing things through the waters. Eyelids shut down like windshield wipers. I'm chanting it never rains with little water. I'm in the deserts of her mind with a little water. Motioning to the judge to charge her with manslaughter. Her lawyer said the future killed her firstborn son and raped her little daughter. So she only knew what the gin taught her. Multiply that by what love taught her, and you can feed 1,000 bastards. They say if you eat before you sleep, you'll have nasty dreams. I say if you dream before you sleep, you'll forget how to dream.
Have you ever been in love?
Reality wants you to forget what you've dreamed. I've seen you before.
What does that mean?
You came through the door now.
You
Love
know
is in
what
back
I'm
of you.
talking about.
Took your virginity, then pimp slapped you. Played your adulthood on the radio, then kidnapped you. Fertilized your brainwaves and gave birth back to you. Rebirthed you and took birth back from you. All this to say that it doesn't make any sense, but I think creation loves you like I love you.
Stop it.
And that cocoa butter scent.
Stop it.
Rub your back with shea butter and turn you back into incandescence. I say butter, but you melt on me like grits. Salmon patties break fast, be intense. I smelt her scent while the trees camped out in tents. Drove an SUV through the rainforest, but I hid my face behind the tents. I came all this way and realized this poem just doesn't make any sense. Which is probably a good thing because not too many things make sense. Which is probably a good thing because not too many of my poems make sense. Which is probably a poetry thing because not too many poets make sense. This is probably a poet's thing because not too many can sense the meaning of this. Poetry is love when life is just too damn intense.
Come on, let's go.
Wait a minute. I'm almost finished with this piece.
You're always writing.
Yeah, I'm almost finished. I'll be done in a second.
All right.
You'll get no commercials. You ready?
You ready?
It doesn't matter what you're thinking.
No.
Thoughts. What are you thinking?
Thoughts. What are you thinking?
What are you thinking?
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
If your thoughts do not matter, then it doesn't matter what you're thinking.
Thinking.
If thinking does not matter, then it doesn't matter what I'm thinking about your thoughts. Because we're not really thinking anything unless our thoughts matter. But the only way you know if my thoughts matter is if I put my thoughts down on something that's matter.
That wouldn't matter.
But that wouldn't matter without my thoughts. And it still wouldn't matter unless matter was always accompanied by my thoughts. In that case, everywhere my thoughts go, matter would have to follow. But I shouldn't need that matter because my thoughts originated from a source that was matter. But before that source was matter, there was no matter, so that source doesn't matter. It only matters where matter matters, and where there's no matter, they're just thoughts. But I can't think in terms of your thoughts, especially if someone is pimping your thoughts. Sending you to the malls to buy more thoughts. Injecting you with thought diseases that infect your thoughts. So you go back to the store and try to return your thoughts.
For another pair of thoughts.
For another pair of thoughts. Huh. But you can't get your thoughts back without a receipt of the calculation of those thoughts.
But I got my receipt.
Oh, you do? So they charge it back to your thought card and tell you to keep on thinking. But you can't think too much because of your thought card. You have a thought limited. If you exceed your thoughts, you'll have to apply for some more thoughts. Or work third shift thoughts to supplement your 9 to 5 thoughts. But Uncle Sam is double taxing all those thoughts. And since it's tax season, you'll have to pay someone to figure out your thoughts so you can get your thoughts back. But by the time you get your thoughts back, you've already written checks in the name of those thoughts. So those thoughts have been spoken for. Huh. And so you suddenly realize that you don't have enough thoughts in the bank. So you go back to the bank and apply for a thought loan. But they don't be in the business of loaning thoughts out to people who think like you. So you try to think like people who you think have more thoughts than you do. But that's only because their thoughts had been calculated by calculations of their own thoughts. Then multiplied back into their own thoughts and told that those thoughts came from the original thoughts. And where lies the original thoughts? If the original thought was a lie, then all of your thoughts are lies. They put lies in matter and call that matter a fact and put that matter in a library, but still can't define my thoughts. As a matter of fact, my thoughts are not matter, and they cannot be defined in matter. And what you call a fact today may not matter tomorrow, because I'll define tomorrow as having no facts, only my thoughts. But you know what? Huh.
You people all think alike.
You people all think alike, and that's why stupid thoughts don't get along with conspiracy thoughts, and thoughts that used to get hung don't get along with thoughts that used to hang, and crackhead thoughts, they depended on thoughts that slang, while thoughts that slang get arrested by thoughts that used to hang, while conspiracy thoughts be like, look y'all, it's all the same thing. And stupid thoughts be like,
hanging on their own thoughts.
Because they never understood it and never had their own thoughts in the first place. Because every thought that was ever thought of by anyone at any given time had already been thought about by someone who probably also thought that he was the first one to think about that same damn thoughts. In the same place, on the same planets, using up the same air, not paying the same taxes, getting over it, paying those same damn bills, waiting those same damn lines, while thinking those same damn thoughts. It's a contradiction. You contract the consumer to consume concepts like convicts or convertibles and tell him that he doesn't drive around in a conspiracy and then be like, oh, congratulations, you've just got a raise. This is a conflict to take the land and move him to a condo, and the consequence is contagious. But then you condemn him for being contaminated when he probably contracted it from you. But that's not enough con, so you con him into joining your congregation to become a decon to vote for your Congress. But he wasn't even acknowledged by your Constitution. He gets convicted in Atlanta by cops who drive around with Confederate flags, and they control substances that confiscate the constituents of my funked up condominium. I refuse to conform to the conditions of the contract. People can still contact HIV by using contraceptives. In fact, you probably put the contaminants in the condoms. Then you tried to convict me for the contraband that the Contras contracted to connect to this continent. I'm convinced. Convictions to prisons are constrictions for the con-science. Converted into congregations, but then, congratulations, you've just been connected to the unconscious converts, contracted to connect anyone who wasn't convertible to sign this contract. Hey, I didn't get connected. Did you get connected?
No, man. You ain't get connected?
No, I ain't get connected.
I ain't get connected.
Who got connected?
Somebody got connected.
But I can never conceive the concepts of your misconceptions. I'd rather analyze the cons, dissect them like Decepticons. Watch me concoct the flow and flow through the concourse like H2 with no O.
I am suffocating. Oxygen. Can I get a little oxygen?
Trying to stop me with an octagon, but hell no. Too many poets on nitro inside of my condo. We go from underground epics to more epics, expanding on consciousness like latex, contraceptives, because my love for this is unconditional. I can never condone to the conditions of the contract, but the operation is confidential, so you won't see us congregating on the concrete. No, I'm on some contemplations over premeditations, because my elevations be more like levitations over congregations dropping condensations, because my conversations be more about constellations instead of constipation. Stop constantly hating on me because of my constant vibrations. Instead, I'm constantly pacing while you be constantly wasting time, constantly ventilating. I'm constantly penetrating the constant won't stop dropping this until I'm convinced. Until then I won't be content with this nation or continent. Government double taxing my consonants don't make sense. Dirty-ish like touching on my contact lenses, controlling substances that convex my consciousness and messing with my confidence, blasting me with spotlights that contort my stage presence and construe the glow of my essence. Y'all need to be in church making confessions or constantly taking history lessons, because I contend that since the beginning of time, this pen has been our most vital weapon, and I will not be using it to sign this contract.
Good evening. I'd like to take this moment out to welcome you all on board Afro Air. Our destination, Atlantis. If you look to your front, you'll see a pair of headphones provided for your listening pleasure. If you look to your side, take notice to the emergency exits. You may be tempted to leave, but we advise you to stay calm, stay seated, and stay in your right frame of mind.
My rags go through roller coaster rides as my bags swiftly glide through conveyor belts that transport them into another dimension, hoping to see me at the other end. But my dimensions may never end. Yes, my destination be the infinite clouds that transcend gravity. Yes. Soon my body will levitate above billions of neon lights and graffiti walls painted beneath my moonlights. Light up afros that glow below my flight. Megabytes and Pentium chips control the physical plane. But poets write life signals encoded in bonfires while paper airplanes swoop down to rescue them. Tiny dots that move in unison used to be men. Insecure passengers asking stewardess for shots of gin. Shut the hell up and buckle in, is what she wanted to say, but she didn't. Her beautiful smile transcends nervousness, plus this one is a 10. Afro sunset and tightly fit uniform that ascends into clouds with lonely men. Airbags having sex with carbon dioxide to reduce oxygen. And this was said to begin a generation of bastards who will forget how to live below water. But I got a question for all you bastards. For all you bastards. What will you do? What will you do once we land in Atlantis? Atlantis.
Welcome to Atlantis, land of circumstances. Oh, what of second chances. When niggas smoke their branches and honey shake for dances. Welcome to Atlantis, land of second chances. World of circumstances.
Welcome to Atlantis, land of circumstances. Oh, world of second chances. When niggas smoke their branches and honey shake for dances. Welcome to Atlantis, land of second chances. World of circumstances.
We see neon lights and strobe lights that turn into headlights and fog lights. Police with flashlights light up Atlantis like open mics with track lights. People with no melanin stay out of the sunlight like roaches and spotlights. Spotlights light up afros like moonlights. Beneath the incandescent streetlight is where I first met my earthmate. Outside of 5 Points train station. Baby, we can go north, south, east. Instead, we listen to Hebrew Israelites talking about the beast. 2001, God's earth say knowledge must complete. 360-degree travel around concrete. But these niggas passing out double-sided glossy flyers like revolution going down on Mitchell Street. Meanwhile, crackhead was like, you got 10 cents? No, but you got 5 senses, so double that. Bootleg mixtapes, now CDs with 30 tracks. Value packs be like 2 for 15, 2 for 15. So I had to cop that. Because the facts be like, I support entrepreneur niggas. Cause I'm an entrepreneur nigga and she's an entrepreneur nigga and wouldn't you like to be an entrepreneur nigga too? I know you do, so drop your 9 to 5 so we can be multinational. Earthmate said, this ain't even rational. Beneath her head wrap, she had a perm cause her job said she couldn't be natural. And I ain't mad at you. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm not about to be one to check you. It's getting hot in Atlantis, so I had to sweat you. Keep your head wrap on so your condition won't turn blue. Because the condition is a condition that we all got conditioned to. So let me be conditioned to love you for you unconditional. Even if your condition is conditioned to hate you, we can escape to new heights on Afro hydraulic strobe lights as we rock to Afro beats above moonlights. One-way ticket to paradise. Sipping ice cold lemon, we can get nice and spend nights like we used to. You Sudanese chocolate mixed with Hindu, me Ethiopian mixed with Zulu, Ndebele and ghetto fabulous. Love making activists anti-racialists. Hijack this plane called reality and land on anti-gravity. And maybe we can levitate. Put down our differences and elevate. Navigate through the runway and let our souls escape. We don't have to wait. I can see the horizon. If we leave now, we can ejaculate the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun.
Old school style for me old school friend. Bow! They bigger than a coffee ram it up again. Not to make come on original. Right? You know. The dandada. Dandada, dandada, dandada. Aqiyl in the place and the place get dada. The bigger than the place and the place get shatter. And everybody come and everybody get rata. So when they be the bigger than you know we did shatter.
Listen, 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 listen. We weren't mentioning this rendition of life played on television until someone decided that drugs related sounded good to the eardrums. And not to mention that no one mentioned all this would sound good when backed by the sounds of a djembe drum. I told God that it was my heartbeat so that he would forgive me for my noise pollution. Heard somewhere in heaven that noise started a revolution. And some demons tried to sprinkle angel's dust in my baby solution. They didn't know that I was born 5,000 years ago. Gotta be on the right time zone to mess with me. But I got 15 tracks on my next CD with a hidden track that flips us back to 1975 AD. But you might want to listen to track 13 cause I got Akhenaten playing saxophones, Cheops on bass and Cleopatra singing melody, which just represents the flabbergasted manifestations of my embryonic symphony as I psychedelically pull you into my schizophrenic catatonic, bionic, ghetto fabulous infinite infantry. Right or left to the Pentagon +3 flashlight cops stopped us with an octagon inside the gates of Babylon for trying to get in with no money. But they arrested me cause my sunlight didn't have any registration and my soul had no proper ID. Plus I was smoking on eternity. Lord have mercy. Hell. Damn. Listen. Listen. Has anybody seen the bottom of my ocean? I swim in the oceanless planet rock Atlantis, searching for cactus juice. But I get handed a box of Krispy Kreme donuts, 2 Philly blunts, some gin and juice. I'll take the juice, but y'all can keep the gin. Narration of knuckleheads who can't see a thin line between hip-hop and poetry. And I really don't give a damn if it doesn't make sense. Screw all of y'all into a kaleidoscope of imaginary imagery. Convert all of y'all into an infinite infantry of infants, infiltrating the infidel with an inflammable influx of influencing infant structures infected with information. Afro? No, I rock an infro. Download all my info through infrared to inform the uniform that it cannot be formed without this information. Commercials turn love into infatuation, infatuating the information's formation. But my information forms my internal formations into vibrations that cannot be accurately calculated by a Liza 6. Orin is accurate. No, we perform mental acrobatics that cannot be formulated within geometric mathematics. My tactics be like crack addicts with no crack locked up in an attic like Attica. You spoke too much, but I still ain't mad at ya. As a matter of fact, I tried to bail you out, but the bondsman told me that your words were not born. Crackhead said he saw James Bond at 00227 Mitchell Street. Must have dialed into the poetryplanet.com. Will tell you where my existence came from, and still won't stop my flow. Nitro, hydrogen, trapped in the Atlantis with no oxygen. Oxymoron, but I still got tracks to float on. I load on all types of sound effects and gets riggedy raw. That's affected my style, but I haven't seen them cats in a while. So now I affect my style. Infect my style with some crazy ill itch. Stick the S on my chest to excuse my French. Say what?
What?
I ain't say that. What? Aqiyl. Thomas English muffins and wash them down with OJ and some grits. But it don't make sense like OJ Simpson eating grits at mixed with a pro-black lady named Dick screaming revolution. I was getting sick of cats calling me son until I realized my lights shine on everyone, even them iced out igloo Negroes, Tommy Hilfiger Negroes, driving around in rented limos. I snatched all they demos and roll out on 285 in a Pinto. You saw me do it cause you got the Blizz Knockbuster rental, the 5-day rental, soundtrack with instrumental. Studio so small we can't even use instruments unless you got a harmonica or a rasta in the background like
all of them are talk about dandada. You hear me now? Dandada. Dandada, dandada, dandada. Aqiyl in the place and the place dandada. The big and the place and the place get shatter. And everybody come and everybody get rocker. So when they made it bigger than you know we because I flip it, they can kill it with the flow. Bigger than they done, that's what the girls say so. I flip it, they can kill it with the flow. Dandada style. And where the people them do. Summer Dana van. Ha ha.
When I was young, my grandmoms used to read me bedtime stories to put me to sleep. Now I read bedtime stories to wake everybody up. Bedtime stories to wake everyone up. I read bedtime stories to wake everyone up. Once I heard a loud voice on the 13th floor telling me to shut the hell up. I yelled back and said, Hey, that's your job. Anyway, she couldn't really shut hell up because if she did, we would have all been locked in. So then I just yelled back and said, Hey, get the hell out. And proceeded to read my homies bedtime stories to wake them up. Come on, wake up. One got up but said he needed 5 more minutes to sleep. Wake up.
Yo, give me 5 minutes, man. I just need 5 minutes more to sleep, man.
He said he was up all night when everyone else was asleep. I guess he was pacing back and forth, sleepwalking in these streets, carrying little demons in his pockets, contracted by a lease. With 2 fingers open, he used sign language to say, peace. But when he shut them, they resembled the 38 piece that he carries above his private piece. The same piece that he uses to release access baggage into 15-year-old legend prostitutes. Of them, he said he used to love one. She didn't love him though. No love, but you know the way their story goes. She now got keys to his Tahoe. Drive it around and navigate through the snow. When it don't snow, the wind blows. When autumn leaves, automobile keys flip time in reverse and go back to the summer when they first met. Discotheque, one night stand, get straight to the point. Come on. Gooseneck, EQ known to get panties wet. Let them tell it. It was only an accident. The condom broke. And he was up in it. No stopping him, just up in it. No stopping him, just up in it. No stopping, just up in it. For the long run. Sperm bust straight out the condom. Busting loose. Same reason why sons and daughters don't know their roots. 4 seasons passed. Through 4 more winters. And he asked his mother, where did we come from? Where they came from. All she could say was a broken condom.
Mama didn't put no pork in my collard greens, cause daddy didn't bring no bacon home. Turkey dressing fixin', missing daddy at another Sunday dinner time. Just be slippin'. Asked mama for $1, she gave me a nickel and told me to save 35 cents to call daddy. Daddy, when you coming back? Daddy, granny, give me 17 cents from the cookie jar. I don't have to go far to see mama outstanding on the corner naked, waiting for someone to see her soul. Cage bird sings the project blues. Time just be slipping. Time has passed me by, and I keep moving, trying to spend 17 cents to call daddy. If you see him, tell him mama's getting skinny again. the phone's turned off again, and then ask him where he's been, and then tell him I need something more than his black skin to keep his legacy going, showing rainbows through color, gray skies, crying, when you coming back, daddy? I pick and I wish on a 4-leaf clover and be like, please, daddy, over and over. Time just be slipping.
No, this can't be real. No, man, this ain't real. No, this can't be real. I defy laws. I am death with no flaws. I do not pause on turntables, for I am forever mixing forever into forever. Under broken needles, my cuts bleed reality. But if I keep it real, you may only feel me. For reality can only be felt. I am what reality wants to be. Reality can't even feel me. For I am just the vibration of what came before me. And what came before me doesn't exist in this reality. I exist in a zone perpendicular to reality, watching it from the corner of my fourth eye. Peripheral, I consume essential elements. The universe tries to figure out my compounds, but I exist where there are no figures, just earth minerals in 3 dimensions. Therefore I am 3-dimensional. 1 part's criminal, 1 part victim, 3rd part non-definable. There are no definitions for sound. I am the presence that you love to dismiss, but I am not dismissible. I live with abstract principles. You figure it out and come back with numbers. I don't try to figure it out and come back with souls. You try to teach me what it means to be souls. So what does it mean to be souls? This ain't real. Manifest a thin line between hip-hop and poetry. While listening to the wind, I ascend into the heavens. I blend into the atmosphere. I am spiritual, which is why you can't detect my presence. You are inside of me. That's why I am of the essence. I reflect the sun with my pineal gland and expand into a black hole. I command your attention as I turn the earth into my soul. Tune into my soul. Pay attention. Pay attention. My tears drip into the puddles of your imagination as I vibrate my life onto matter. My life vibrates beyond the circles of conceivable conception as I am conceived into time. This is not reality. I am a part of your dreams, while your dreams are a part of my reality. My reality is not what it seems. My conceptions are not what they conceive. I only believe in death when my dreams refuse to live. I only refuse to live when I can't dream anymore. I can't see any more reality. I am wounded, but you have fallen into my puddles, and you refuse to cry. Get your guns, grab your weapons, aim your dreams at the sky. This can't be real. No, it can't be real. It can't be real. No, it can't be real. This can't be real. It can't be real.
Hip hop and poetry. Hip hop and poetry. Between the two, there's a very thin chalk line. Both exercise of mine. Haiku or rhyme, refine the lines. In time you'll shine. But right now, hip hop isn't shining. Hip hop isn't shining. Hip hop is out there somewhere, shivering, stranded in between nowhere and everywhere. In a $15 motel room, more than willing to suck the dick of any music exec for a hit. His limp body in the bathroom, lying naked on the floor. This whore's been on one too many tours, hip hop. But now he's lifeless, coked up, doped up. Hip hop is a burnt out, smoked up, shriveled and ashy fiend in desperate needs of rehab. Meanwhile, poetry's out on the corner, slinging slabs of vocab. Out on the strip, soapboxing, shit talking for peanuts and tips. Screaming at the top of her lungs, the revolution will not be televised.
Never thought you'd come in so handy. I need weapons. Why?
I drive loco through tunnel vision, smashing my 33-inch screen. Television, head bobbing to earthquake music, Shake your house music, vibrate sidewalks music. Nonetheless, my sidewalk does the electric slide through the music as I boogie down on my productions, resetting my pineal gland every other sun. But wait a minute, I am the done, the original. Cool out and get my chill on one. So what am I doing? I'm chillin'. What more can I say? Stop stealing shit that you don't own. I'm grounded by the chrome. Long distance calling all of my people home. I roam in the ozone while these fools stay grounded by the chrome. My Fu Manchu, throw grandma's flip-flops at you. Style mixed with falafel and Hinduism, Aborigines and Dravidian, apartheid and caste system. Now, which one of you fools has been smoking Marxism? My wisdom spun way before Darwinism, rising from the ghetto. Never knew apeism. I'm more like analogous to miraculous, ghetto fabulous combustions mixed with various degrees in anti-hateism. I must have been sprinkled with angel's dust because Afro juices spun my astrology someplace by the cusp.
Talking about get your poem on, baby. You a fine revolutionary lady. Wanna wade me in the water, but not hell raise our daughter. And balance we dance with Americanized feet that never remove shoes and don't know how to walk one block with laundry baskets on our heads. Instead, we wear dollar signs, fornicate with dimes, corporate climb, trying to get to work on time, blowing kisses at positive rhymes that can't get you a deal. So it's hard for us to deal. For real, I'm the MC's wife. I'm the MC's wife in search of an angel to entangle vocal cords wrapped around my neck. Pleasant massaging his microphones make me bow my membrane to my own gangbang. You think I don't matter, so my voice turns to matter. Squeeze so small it no longer occupies space, yet it's still here. Highness in the black holes in my pantyhose. So loud, clear nail polish can't cover it up. I'm pregnant with potential, but I burst silence. And just cause you slap me on my ass doesn't mean I'll scream for you. My private is rated into pigtails, decorated plastic barrettes and yellow rubber bands. The little girl in me is afraid, but the woman in me will kill you while cooking breakfast. That's that Scorpio shit.
I shine and glow like the sun and the moon. I'm illustrating this gift until I inherit the tune. I hope it's later, not sooner. Not like Oklahoma, walking around in a conscious coma. Cause I was a sleepwalking, brain dead specimen, lusting for this estrogen. But I asked for more and lesser men. But I'm told less is more. More, like more cigarettes. Could take a drag on reality. It's principalities in this smoky. I hope they not playing with my emotions. Cause I flow like an ocean of violets and bloom. And if somebody slip me a shroom. Hallucination and state of misconceptions. Like KKK's wearing black sheets. Cause I smoke 1.5 white sheets. Easy white as hell, these flows stay tighter when I can't brainstorm. So I storm my brain like a trooper. I got sets in my chest instead of an S, but I'm still super. Like those size fries at Mickey D's. Fasten your seatbelts, please. This is a fantastic voyage. Come sail with this Henny sipper. Might gripper, not a big tipper, because my shipper has not appeared yet. It might have, my eyes are wide shut. And I'm about nutty as planners. You can find out if my name is what you slander. Excuse me while I meander. Inside my mind, searching for clues. I'm trying not to make the 5 o'clock news. It's 6 o'clock, doesn't make it old news or new O's. I'm breaking my modes to reach my goals like Gretzky. Like Jordan, the average can't check me. Cause I slam like Van Damme and spread love like Take 6. I don't take sex, I mess with chicks to take dick. Damn, look at how this nigga spit. I'm a Stevie 98.6. No, bruh, that's about 100 and some shit. So all you crabs drinking haterade, I hope I burst your styles like Star Candy. Your styles are booty, cause I come fruity like rainbow colored sperm. Chicken determined, pregnating lines when I speak. You know, 38 to 40 weeks. Unique undercover freak like a 30-year-old woman, I'm at my peak. My mind causes melee. This ain't child's play.
Jessica Care Moore.
Aqiyl, the best in the house.
Yes,
Yo,
JB,
check it.
Jason Blackwell.
What? Atlanta.
Yo, just do it.
Detroit.
Just change your switches, baby.
Brooklyn.
Yo, it's a Midwest thing. It's a up north thing.
What? It's a dirty South thing.
On the mix down.
It's a universal thing.
I came on the tracks.
Yeah.
Yes.